Hey guys, welcome to our Sometimes Tuesday Paint-A-Palooza. We go live on Tuesdays sometime during the day, most Tuesdays. We are working on thrift flips, which is what we do on Paint-A-Paloozas. We just try to get as much stuff done as possible. Everything you're going to see today has already sold, but if you need paint products or want to buy other items that are going to be made over, you can grab those at JamieRayVintage.com. Caitlin's on here dropping links, answering questions, and we're going to go ahead and get started.
I got to go grab that other piece of glass.
Oh, wow. This doesn't ship a long way, too. Let's talk a little bit about integrity. If you list something incorrectly on your website, you still have to ship it. This piece of art was supposed to be $149 because, as you can see, it's very large. And I listed it for $14.95. So it's still going to get shipped, and it will all work out in the end. I am not taking out the glass, I don't think. Yeah, it is artist finished on the back. So my plan is to dry brush the frame, let it dry, then come back with some gold like I did if you watched on Monday's videos. Monday's video, I did a bunch of dry brushing on some shelves that turned out really good. So that's what I'm going to do on this piece as well.
So a lot of this stuff is from Goodwill. Some of it's from the DI. We've been, the last couple of weeks, we've been mostly hitting up Goodwills.
Yeah, so Goodwills are a little bit more expensive here, but they're less populated except for on half off day. And I'm going to be honest, we missed half off day on purpose yesterday because we're going out of town Thursday, which means we just have a lot of things. We're literally fitting an entire week worth of work in 2.5 days. So we need to be finished by tomorrow after
we got
Wednesday.
Done working about 11:30 last night.
Yeah, so we pulled a double, I guess, yesterday. Anyways, I was like, no way am I going to have off day on a holiday because it would just take our entire day and we wouldn't get any work done. So we actually thrifted last Thursday.
And it's well advertised. They put it out on like their socials and stuff. And so usually there's a lot of people there. And so it's kind of like Hunger Games of the stuff.
Well, and it's the entire store was on sale. So normally I would go, but because we have so much busy, I'm like, is it worth the $100 I'm going to save, which is a lot of money, to be behind on the week? And it just wasn't worth it to me this week. So yesterday we pre-recorded Saturday night's video. I don't know if you guys can hear. We've got brand new microphones on, and we wore them for Saturday's video. And I kept telling Zeb to check them, and we finished the video, and what happened?
Well, I tested the mic, and I'm like, oh, it sounds good, you know, but it was just the camera picking up.
But it's okay because we know it. So I know last Saturday was a little rough. Although last Saturday's stream, if you just cast it to your TV, it was fine. It was on headphones, or if you were blasting at 100% on your phone, then there was like this weird background noise. But the good news is that Zeb can now edit it like on our editing software. And if we can take music out of the bins, we can adjust the sound that just the phone picked up and get rid of some of the echoey, which is the only problem. It's not cracky, it's just kind of echoey because we weren't wearing our new mics. But do they sound good? Zeb's like, oh, you got the fancy ones.
So we have had these same mics before. They're Rode. It's an Australian company, and I love them. They make really, I've had 4 or 5 Rode mics in the past. I have a couple boom mics and things. And we went to these, we tried the DJI mics because they're a little smaller. They're easier to wear. It's almost like just having a little lapel up here, whereas these are like a big receiver.
And they're cheaper, but I feel like they don't last as long.
No, they didn't. That's why you guys are sometimes getting like the metallic sound. So. And
we only wear these for live videos. We film with just our phones when we're out. So I'm like, you know what? That's why we got the cheaper ones before, because we thought, well, if we're going to lose them possibly. So I feel like these will be good.
Yeah.
And if they work well, then we may invest in a second set so that way we have like a backup or whatever. I'm not trying to get, I have my cute little romper on.
Just don't drop them. I've dropped these before and I had to send them back. They did honor the warranty and sent me new ones. They didn't even, I just sent them, only one mic was having a problem. And they sent me like an entire new set of mics and the receiver, all of it. So.
Nice when a company.
They're like, yeah, we're not even going to mess with this. They didn't tell me they were going to do that. They were just like, hey, we fixed the problem. And they sent me all the mics.
So I just didn't really love the orange of the frame. So I'm going to do a light white dry brush because then it'll be nice and neat. And then I'll just come in with a little bit of gold, and then this one will be ready to go.
You're going to see a lot of frames today because we sold a lot of frames. We do have some other stuff that we're mixing in because that's not all that's sold, but we had a bunch of frames, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them sold.
Well, it's funny because, yesterday I was like, Zeb, you bought a lot of stuff that needed to be painted, and I did count it out. And about 2/3 of everything that needed to be painted that's going to go up on Saturday, Zeb bought.
Yep.
So I told him, like, if we're going to keep shopping that way, then you're going to have to do some video, like off-camera painting to get caught up.
Is that crockery or plaster?
It's plaster.
That's what I need.
Okay, yep, plaster. So I'm thinking Thursday's video, we're going to have another 2-bucket, maybe 3-bucket challenge, because hopefully Zeb has been having a struggle with our printer.
Oh, man.
It's been a nightmare. So if you've been waiting for subscription papers, I'm sorry, but we had to fix it.
It's at the point where I'm like, I might just go get a new printer.
Well, is it still giving you fits?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
still,
yeah. So we may be buying a new printer.
I just took out the print head and cleaned it, and it still is printing lines and everything.
Yeah,
and
I
don't have like 5 days to mess around with it and then be delayed on all the stuff, and the shop is out of other paper besides just subscription paper that I need to print before we leave town for orders.
So what I think it is the dictionary pages.
They're
so we
very
might
hard
start
on
using
it.
our less expensive printer to do that with, because I don't want to give up printing on them. But there was a piece of dictionary page stuck that ripped off onto the print head, and now everything is not doing well. I think we can go into the specialty shop and just go pick up a new printer, but it's $1,000. So
Actually, we gotta buy ink, so it's probably gonna be more 2 because it takes different ink.
Here, it's all right. It's fine. That's part of business, right? So that's probably what we're going to be doing this afternoon. So we might not get done as early tomorrow if we got to go buy a printer, but we can't spend any more
We'll
time
see.
on it.
I'm gonna give it. It's doing a deep clean right now, all on its own. We'll see what happens.
We still need to buy one anyways, just because we need a secondary
Would
one.
you stop bumping me? You are gonna paint me. Keep stabbing me with that thing. I'm gonna get paint all over me. We're a little crowded because we do have a lot of this stuff.
I'm about to get rid of this. I'm
right
gonna go
up
put
here.
this on the floor to dry, and then I'll hit it with some gold and be done.
Well, it's like when a kid pokes you, and I wasn't even registering it. I was just having a conversation, and then all of a sudden I was like, "Hey."
It's because you don't have any personal space when you have children. It is what it is. You guys bought a lot of stuff that need to be painted, so super excited about that because it just really gets lots of bins. Fun fact, if you watch the video where Zeb had to go back and get those 2 side tables, this morning we filmed putting them in the shop because we redid
And
a
as soon as
display.
we opened,
And then as soon as we opened, one of them sold. So now we got to redo displays. It's a good problem to have.
they're not even listed online. They're just in the shop.
I didn't list them online. I just put them in there. Anyways, so we got to go back also and take care of that. Although, because I said it looked okay, but it was just funny because we just filmed that this morning. So you'll see it on Thursday's video, the reset of that area.
I'm making a little drying station back here.
Okay, sorry. My mom's friend is leaving, so the dogs are going to be a little bit barky for a second. So I'm just giving this a white dry brush. Then I'm going to come back with a gold dry brush, and I think that's really going to make this frame look good. This is the one that's getting the Christmas art, but I'm going to do a heavy gold. But I don't feel like the gold would show up as well without some of this white on there. So I'm going to just really lay down that white, and then I'll come back.
All right. I'm just gonna be over here cleaning glass and painting frames myself. Although that is loose.
I really did. If you watch Monday's video, I really did think Zeb was eventually going to come back and help me, but he was messing around with that printer for so long. It didn't happen. Although sometimes you just get in the zone and one person can really knock out a bunch of projects.
Well, if you got it all staged out,
I did. And I was like,
hard.
okay, I'm really just going to pick these 2 colors and just go from there. And I did, and it worked. And I love the pink. And we actually sold a ton of the milk pink color of the month, which is very close to petticoat pink, the first crush. So make sure if you like pink, that you're buying the color of the month before it's done.
Yeah. When
February is a short month.
when it's the color of the month, it's 35% off and never goes on sale that much.
Yeah, it's the best price you're going to get for that. So no more things are going pink today, just because I am literally out of pink paint. I need to go pick up some veranda. I need to get petticoat pink. I actually thought yesterday, I was like, I need to start. One of the techniques that I like to do is lay down a coat of DIY paint first, then finish it with cottage color, because DIY is so good coverage. If it's a very similar shade, it will save down in coats. And so I thought I might try that on the next time we're doing stuff. So like if you lay down petticoat pink and then you come in with veranda, you're going to get pretty good coverage. Let's see. How is my mom? She's good. She's
doing a lot better. She's gained like 10 pounds.
Actually, probably more than that. Probably 11 pounds. She's been eating like crazy, which is awesome. We've just been trying to stock the house with all of her favorite foods. My mom, she is a little bit picky. So if she's going to eat, it's going to be about like what she likes.
A little bit, huh?
Okay. She's a lot of bit picky. And especially when she didn't feel good, man. I was like running a restaurant around here.
Well, and when she was real sick, we're like, well, whatever you'll eat, we'll do it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, dry brush is on here. Let's let this dry. And then I'm going to circle back to the other frame, which, because I just dry brushed it, it is dry, so I can get my gold going. I need another brush. Are you going to do anything else plaster?
Yeah, I'm doing a few things plaster, but I'm going like with a real dirty wax, so it won't really stay plastered.
Do we have a little brush? Yeah, I want a little brush. Okay. I'm just going to grab a little Ziploc bag. I'll grab a few of them, the snack size.
I probably would not have painted this if it had been like a, we still got a tag on there, a taupe color or
the mustard yellow,
or like a brown or even a cream. But yeah, the mustardy yellow color, and it's streaky. It's not even like a full coverage paint
Lori,
job.
what did you buy? Did Lori buy that?
I think it's this. We're not doing gold on it. I was going to gold dry brush it. I saw your message from Caitlin.
Okay. Where do you buy your heat guns? We get them on Amazon. If Caitlin has a second, she could drop them.
Yeah, they're
we do have
Wagner.
the papers, so Lori didn't buy this.
And they go hot. They go about 500 degrees, so you can do a lot of things, not just dry paint with them.
Let's see. Yeah, that is it. So just don't do a gold dry brush.
Yep.
Can you open that for me, see? So this is not going to be a solid gold. It's just going to kiss the top of it. But when it hits the light, it really changes it. I'll try to show you. We don't have a lot of light today. It's very overcast, so I don't really know that the camera is going to pick it up.
We got that big storm that's hitting the west. A few weeks ago, it was East Coast that was getting the big storm in the south. And
now that we're going to California,
now we're getting hit.
We're going to get rain.
Which,
it's supposed to be gone.
For the first time since we've been here, because we were gone the one time it snowed. We got a little bit of snowflakes. We've gotten rain all winter. It was 60 degrees yesterday. Did it
snow over Christmas while we were in California?
Yep. I have not had to plow the sidewalk one time this year.
What do you use to seal your transfers? You can use clear wax as long as it's over the top and not underneath. And then you can also use just any water-based, gentle liquid sealer. So you can use Final Finishes. You could use Top Coat from Final Finishes. You could also use Big Top, and you can use liquid patina. Depends on what you want it to look like. All of those will work. And there's also other sealers that work. These are just the ones we use. And I cannot speak to other brands that we don't actually use because I don't know how they react. And even if I used them many, many years ago, brands change up their chemicals. So I would just make sure it's all natural water-based, not a harsh sealer, because harsh sealers will off-gas and they can cause your projects to peel up. One merciless I can't even read that username. It's a long name. It says that when she was a print teacher, she used to spend about $500 out of pocket for ink because they had one printer for 6 teachers. If you are going to print a lot of black and white, I suggest getting a laser printer. We have a Brother laser printer that's about, I think it's up to $100 and something now. It was $80 when we bought it 7 years ago when we got the first shop.
Yeah.
But you just have to buy toner and you can do tens of thousands of prints for like $60. It's so much cheaper. If you're going to print a lot of black and white, it's really economical. A color laser is much more expensive.
I don't know about tens of thousands, but a few thousand.
A lot of thousand, way more than inkjet. Like inkjet is way too expensive if you're not doing color. And if you are doing color, a laser is still cheaper, but you're going to spend a lot more than $100 for a color laser. We initially got the original one for our house because our kids were wasting our color ink. And so we just made the printer less fun. We made it black and white. And then if we ever had to do color for school, we just went to the print shop because it wasn't worth what the kids would waste. And we would just have it printed at the print shop. And that was actually our like inexpensive solution to the kids wasting the ink. Sometimes you got to have creative solutions for creative problems.
Missed a whole side here.
I'm almost done with this frame. Can you guys see the gold coming in there? And yes, it was gold before, but it was like this speckled. And now that's kind of peeking through, but it's toned it back a little bit and it looks more how I like it and less orange because it was a very orange frame before. Lori's laughing at me talking about making printing less fun. Well, black and white printing, really, so all of a sudden they didn't need to print out so much crap.
Well, they were printing like weird random stuff. Like they'd take a picture of their eyeball and they'd print that. Yeah. And then they'd print, I find like 30 prints around and I'd be like, why are there 30 eyeballs just chilling out and half of them are in the trash?
Yeah, and when it's much cheaper to print, you care less. Any way you can make your life to where you don't have to be upset at your kids more is better because kids are never, there's never a many amount of irritating things they're going to do. And I hate to like say that, but it is a mom of 5 kids for 23 and a half years now. And I can say that that is the one constant is irritation. And sometimes it's not about changing the kids' behavior. It's just about changing. A lot of times they're like in learn mode, right? Yeah, it's about changing the surroundings. Like kids are experiencing new things every day, especially when they're little. It's kind of like when we put a lock on the pantry to keep Harrington out of it when he was little. I was like, listen, I don't want to yell at this kid nonstop, so let's just lock up the pantry. Well, he really loved Oreos. And he was he was like 3. 2 and 3, yeah. He was walking and he was climbing and we were worried he was going to hurt himself because he would climb in there to like get up on the counter to like get the latch and stuff. And B, he had like a straight diet of stacks of Oreos. And we'd find them all over the house and he'd eat like 2. He'd take a half a bite of some, you know. This is a big old mess. All right. This is done, ready to be shipped. Just saying a little prayer that it doesn't cost $80. Oh, it'll be fine. And if it does, we'll live. We'll just suck it up, just like buying a new printer. Do you plan ahead of time how long you're going to finish an item? Yeah. Typically when I'm thrifting it, I already have an idea of what I want to do. And sometimes that changes. Like I may see something else and I'm like, oh, I want to do it like that. And sometimes you work for 50 cents an hour. Like it just happens. Yeah. But most of the time, like I'm like, this is how it goes. And we definitely have like a style how we do things. There's like we might change the colors up, but pretty much there's like a similar look of decor that we paint. I am going to do 2 passes of gold on this one because I want it to be a little bit more pronounced. So this frame, I'm going to just put 1 light little coat on here, let it dry, and then do another coat. And then we'll have some of the dark, some of the white, and some of the gold coming through. And then we're going to have this print in it that I thrifted. So like this, I knew exactly what I was going to do because I got the print at the thrift store. So I have these folded inside on themselves, most of them, so that we don't like flash people's addresses. Okay, good. Those are all the
shipping packing slips.
On the days that we go in, which is frequent because we've been busy with the IOD release, and we separate out the thrift hauls, we just bring home the stack of things that need to be painted. And then when we drop it off, we just put the items with the papers, because a lot of times they look so different. It's hard for the gals to find them. So it just is a better use of their time to make it easier for them. When we're not as busy, then they go ahead and separate the thrift haul. But it's easier for us to also separate the thrift haul because we know what everything is. And sometimes we have kept something back because we wanted to do something, but it doesn't say, oh, it's getting a makeover or getting fixed. And then they're looking
or we'll
for something.
see it. We'll be like, oh, we'll be like showing it during the live stream. And I'll be like, oh, this whole thing is cracked or something.
So then they're looking for something that's not there yet because it's still home because we got to fix it. So it just, we know the stuff. We know our junk better. And if we had time, we'd probably always do it, but there are just weeks that is just not in the cards.
All right. We were going to initially paint this whole thing. We've been looking at it for 3, 4, 5 days now, and it's going to get just the boots. I was actually, for a while, I was planning on taking the boots off, and now we're leaving them on.
Caitlin will have to get back to you, Denise. She's the one who does all of the ordering and tracking of transfers and whatnot, and she can let you know. If you ever need to know about an order, local pickup or otherwise, it's best to email Caitlin, and she can give you an idea. And if you need something rushed, if we can, we will. On new releases, rushing isn't really an option. It's just things come when the restocks happen.
We go in order. That way we don't ship more out than we have for orders, because that can happen real quick. Because we did our initial order, but then we sold past that within like a couple days, and we had to reorder.
We've had quite a few restocks already come in. The gals are doing a good job of keeping them done. Thanks, Caitlin. She dropped her email in there for you, Denise. Caitlin, can you drop your cell phone too if you wanted to just shoot you a text? I know some people aren't super big on emailing. I would much rather text than email. Email is actually better if you have a big problem that you need help with, just because Caitlin has a ticket system. And so it helps keep track of things so nothing ever gets lost in email. But text is easier for me, like in general. Maybe not for Caitlin. But like if I could text somebody over emailing, I will, because my email is a mess. I get too many emails, things get lost. I always tell all my kids' teachers, you can email me, but if I don't respond right away and you really need to talk to me, just shoot me a text. Or call, better yet, call me. It's always surprising to me when a teacher has a big thing they need help with. I'm not saying my kids really have big issues, but they do come up. And I'm like, I didn't respond. That got lost in my spam, and I could have helped you out if you would have just called me or texted me.
Well, I feel like teachers are the same way as Caitlin sometimes, though. Like if they email, they have like an alert or a ticket system or something that they can.
Or you can just text me and say, hey, you have an email. That's also valid. Okay, this is just going to dry, and we'll come back with one more coat. Oh, Denise just wants to know what paint color you'd suggest to go with a transfer. Oh, I don't know that there's a paint color that wouldn't look good with it.
What transfer is it?
Flora Greca.
Oh.
Pink. I don't know that yellow would work as well, but pink would be good. Any of the blue greens would be good. Black is beautiful. Navy is good. I mean, really,
I think even like this Americana, like I'm doing this and we're going to do floral Americana on these boots.
Yeah. All right. This is going to get one more coat, but it's going to dry over here for a minute. Okay. I need to get going on this one. This one, somebody made it for Halloween. I don't know why, but they did. So it's going to get a primer coat. Do we have primer out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm kind of painting from the center over because I don't want it to get all over these boots.
While I have the gold, I'm going to fix it.
Because if I come this way, there's a high chance I'll like run something over the edge or drip. So if I paint from the center over, it's easier to just lift that brush off out of there.
The Santa was the one that had the hole in it, and he actually has gold on his sleeve. So I'm going to just fix that up by covering up this with gold, and it will be good to go. Zeb didn't even know that it needed to be fixed.
It just looked like it was part of his glove.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is really common to have that.
Like a white fur around the glove or something.
Now it's all done. Oh, here's the one. This is the one that did you pull the glass out of this one?
Already done and cleaned it.
Okay. Santa's going to go sit over
It's got
there
its first coat of paint on it. Okay, gonna let that dry for a minute. That's already more fun.
We're here to have more fun.
I need to turn some lights on. I'm gonna be off camera for just a sec. I gotta get a baggie.
I got baggies right here.
Oh, you got a bunch.
I have a whole bunch.
All right.
Three-tiered. Is the fire close to your place? Where is that fire, Joanne? We heard the fire.
We saw it from
engine.
the shop.
We saw the plume, but it's probably closer to like 2100, and we're at 500. The shop is.
Yeah, it's like a mile away or more.
But I didn't know what was on fire. Can you open that?
Well,
for
and
me?
it's trying to snow out there right now too.
It's doing its best. Trying to snow life. We're gonna give this a coat of paint. That way we can get in here with some transfers. I think on this round, I want to just do like a gold transfer and then some floral over it. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Got a couple little spots. That brush is old and it's all splayed out. So
We need to go grab some new brushes. We do.
I know a guy that's got some brushes.
Yeah, we have some brushes at the shop. So I'm just using plaster on this, and then I'm going to swap out with the same brush because don't we have another brush with plaster on it?
I do.
Okay.
The brush situation is kind of like the drop cloth situation. I'm never going for that. Like I didn't make a just trip straight to the shop so that I could get brushes. You know.
Oh, it's a field. Yeah, there are some fields over there between 2100 and those neighborhoods. That is in our, if you're familiar with the Church of Jesus Christ setup, we have what's called a stake. So 8 to 12 wards, which are congregations, would be made up in a stake. And in most areas, your stake is your region, but there's so many wards here. It's really just a few roads. But where that fire is probably in our stake. So those people are people that we know.
Yeah, so ward is typically, here to give you the numbers on it, how we kind of separate up. And usually you're separated up basically into your neighborhood. It's like in Arizona, it wasn't just the neighborhood because it's more spread out. It's not, the membership isn't as condensed. But here there are 20, I think last time I checked, there are 23 stakes just in the city of Lehigh. And there's about 8 to 12 wards, like Jamie said, per stake. And then each ward has about 500 people in it.
500 members, but that's not how many people actually show up. But yeah. Okay, so we had a question. It says, if something says we'll get a makeover, do you ask the customer? No, we don't. If we did custom work, we'd probably have to 4 times what we charge because you got to go back and forth with them. Sometimes people want you to do things that aren't the easiest way to do it, meaning it's going to take you way longer. And it's just a lot of manpower. We used to do custom work on furniture, but on items like this, it would not behoove us to do custom work because it would just be too cost prohibitive. Plus, we really love to do the creativity. That's why we do this job.
Well,
so
and sometimes you get into the middle of it and you're like, wow, that's just bleeding through like crazy. I'm not going to be able to do this paint color or this finish. We're going to have to just sand it and restain the top. And then you got to like communicate,
you got to make it no matter what.
You got to communicate and be like, hey, this just isn't going to happen, or it's going to cost X, Y, Z. If you want to go that route, we didn't foresee this. And when we used to do custom work, I would tell people up front, I'd be like, if we get into this and I find this problem, this is what it's going to run.
They still don't want to hear it, and
No.
they most of the time don't want to pay for it. So we don't. And I know that sounds weird, but people can just wait till things are finished, like the ones that we did yesterday. But if somebody buys something that says we'll get a makeover, they just run the risk that they may not like how it's done, and they know that ahead of time. If somebody has a special request, we try, but it gets a little crazy. Like Caitlin would get like 50 emails a week, and that's just not, we don't have really that kind of time. So we do our best, but we're not perfect. Yesterday, I actually wound up painting something that wasn't supposed to be painted because it wound up getting in the wrong bin. And so if you ever buy anything that says we'll get a makeover and you don't want it painted and we accidentally paint it, don't get mad because we're doing our best. And our best was not our best yesterday. We were just busy.
It doesn't happen very often. Maybe like once every 2-3 months we'll paint. Because when it doesn't need painted, we're like, okay.
Yeah,
we'll send it on down its way, and you can do the makeover if you want.
I was so mad at myself because I was like, I could have painted something else and then shipped that to the customer, but it got in the wrong bin and it just got painted. And it happens when you're doing this many projects. It's just the way that it is. All right, so I'm going to switch over. And it
actually looked really good when you were done painting it.
What?
It was a fun chippy pink.
Yeah, it's super cute. It's still available. Has a birdhouse on it now. We only didn't, out of the 2 buckets I finished yesterday, there was like 4 items that didn't sell. Also, when I was going through the stuff in the garage, there was one more little wood frame, like little wood plaque that I could have done, like the pink ones. And I'm kind of annoyed because when you do stuff in bulk, it really doesn't take you that much longer. It's like fast because everything's out and you get in the groove, and I wished I would have got that done. But
so I don't know if we have showed these. We had the changeover.
Yeah, we've got new papers, and I have the brand new stencils that Zeb is going to use on the planter box over there.
Yep. So we've got some fun new papers. This is the, they don't really have separate names. This is a cottage with a bunny sneaking under the fence there. And then I've got some labels. We might even use these today. I always am needing some labels, and I was on like a bread kick. We had just had some delicious sourdough bread. And then we've got some bunny ephemera. It's got birds and bees, some stamps. And this is March's paper. It's going right now. It's currently shipping as soon as I get some over to them. Actually, they have some of these. These printed before the printer gave me fits.
Before the printer debacle.
And then we just have like a floral, we'll call it a floral study.
Also, Lori, don't feel bad about asking us not to do gold dry brush. That is not total non-issue. And you're super sweet about it. Like some people, if we accidentally forget or things happen, they are really unhappy. And that's where it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to try to be nice, but like we've been really clear about the fact that things cannot happen. So as long as people are patient with us, I'm okay. But I get a little upset when people get upset with us if things don't turn out how they want, because I feel like we are very honest about it. So you know that it can happen, but if you need a request, like don't ever feel bad about asking, because it's usually no big deal. And 99% of the time, we will remember.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
So don't feel bad at all. It's no big deal. Let's see. Cortrina says she loves the process that we do. Everything that she purchased goes perfectly in her home. Well, thank you. Cortrina has a very similar style to us.
She just shared a vignette, and it's like a ton of
stuff.
JRV stuff.
I know.
I was like, look at all that cool stuff we made.
Yeah, if you ever move to Utah and you want to get out of catering and you want to stage up the shop, there's never enough time in the day to get the shop exactly the way we want it. Some shops are very well curated and staged, and I just sometimes wish ours was, but then I have to remind myself that the reason why our shop isn't as well as it could be is because we're busy, which is a really good thing.
And also because we sell a lot of it. Like we just went in this morning and redid a whole corner, staged it up, new displays, and everything's pretty much for sale with the exception of a couple of the shelf displays.
Yeah.
And first customer through the door this morning bought half of our display. Yeah. So we're back over tomorrow or this afternoon, gonna have to fix it again.
Yeah. And so when you stay busy like that, it's just part of life. Have you started telling free people they did not approve me? So anyway, so I'm reading comments, but yeah, they didn't approve me. I would love it if they did, and maybe in the future they will. I've actually just started buying all the things that I love. So if you go to JRV Clothes, I think it was JRV Closet on the website, there's a lot of really, really cute things. The romper that I have on is from our shop, and I just buy things that are very similar to that style that I like. And I do sell some Free People stuff that's like my stuff when I'm cleaning out my closet. I actually need to list a bunch of stuff. Probably won't happen until I get back from California. But a lot of the things that I list in Jamie's closet, which is things that are either I bought secondhand or things that I've worn, those things actually, I think about half of them that I listed have sold, which is great because it allows me to continue to do what I do, which I hate to use the word influencer, but we're on social media and we try a bunch of different things and show people different looks and things. And in order to stay on top of it, I need to resell stuff so that way I don't become a influencer hoarder.
Boot number 1.
Your boot's cute. I mean, I'm not surprised. In my mind, that's exactly what they were going to look like.
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah. It's like, don't take the boots off. Because Cowgirl is very popular right now. I actually didn't buy it, but I wanted to buy a pink horse cardigan for the shop. It's just like, I don't know how many people
cardigan season's almost over. Like
I wear cardigans in the summer.
We are warmer this year, but like in another week or two, the trees are going to start budding out.
Thanks. Caitlin drops JRV Closet in there. So JRV Closet is everything I buy for the shop. And then I think Jamie's Closet is like just my stuff or my secondhand stuff. I was actually today pulling some things that had sold from my Jamie's Closet, like my personal stuff. And I found this really cute Viori. I don't know how you pronounce
Viori.
it. It's like the new Lululemon, but a little bit more expensive. And people really like it. And there's a zip up that's like a light pink color in Jamie's Closet that I thrifted, or maybe it's just in the thrift collection. But anyways, I was like, I might need to buy this for myself from my own shop. All right, primer's on here. I'm going to heat gun it so I don't get too many projects ahead. And I think I'm just going to go plaster with this. And then I might do a little bit of gold on the frame and the details. Loy says we're the best crafters, hands down. She knows because on YouTube because she's watched 1,000 now. Well, thank you.
We got lots of videos.
I would say that we're probably not the most talented. There's definitely people with more talent out there, but we are pretty consistent, and I feel like we make things doable because I watch people all the time. And I'm like, dang, they got skill. But it's hard if they're not.
I also
really
watch people all the time, and I'm like, it took you an entire month to get that video out. I waited this long, and that was a great video, but now I'm ready for another one because it was only 13 minutes long.
Part 1, part 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I edit all of our content on my phone. It does sometimes give me tech nets, so I have to remember to stretch it out, but I can edit a full-length video in about 2 hours.
In a world of live streaming and binge watching, I'm like, man. So one of my favorite people I watch on YouTube has not put a video out in 3 weeks. And his last video, I had waited for about 2.5, 3 weeks for that video. And I'm like, come on, man. He's got 1 million subscribers. Like, people love his stuff. But I'm like, I need like a video every other day, you know, like keep the info coming.
So somebody asked where I got my sweater from Saturday. I'm actually going to have to look because I'm not sure. I think that might be a Lululemon Scuba, but I'm not entirely positive what I was wearing. Oh, my friend Kelly's going to be at Nationals too.
Oh, fun.
So might see her there. Let's see. That was... Let me turn off the sound. I got to look and see what I was wearing. Sorry, guys. Oh, I thrifted that sweater that I was wearing on Saturday's video. I got it from the Goodwill in, not that this is helpful to you. I got it at the Goodwill in Savers, or yeah, in Sandy. Sorry. This is mostly dry, so he kind of. So Sandy, and I think originally it did come from American Eagle, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm wondering if it's something they don't carry anymore. I'll try to see if I can find it, and then I'll put it in my like to know it, because sometimes I thrift things, but then I find them online, and then I will link that item in my like to know it account.
So where the design breaks, I'm just kind of rolling it over. And if it breaks off, it breaks off. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and we're good.
I don't know why I started painting this, and then I realized I'm like, oh, it's not completely dry. I didn't have to prime it. I could have just used the plaster, but because this had like that Halloween writing on it, I was like, my life might be easier if I do prime it, and then it's one less coat of paint. It's all the same.
All right, we got one more boot to go, and then I'm going to put some flowers up, kind of, or not flowers, butterflies, kind of towards the top and maybe on the toes a little bit. I've been saving the butterflies over here. In fact, let's put one on right now.
I wonder if Hobby Lobby knows how much of their stuff we repaint. I mean, they can't get their feelings hurt. It's not like they actually hand painted anything. It was made in a factory in China somewhere.
Okay, one butterfly.
They say your boots are fabulous, Seb.
Thank you.
I do like them. Gina says she thrifted the same sign today. So she said, I'm visiting my friend in Ohio and decided to check out their Goodwills, and now she's excited to upcycle hers. I love any kind of metal sign, like a pedestal sign, because in vignettes, they really add a lot of height. And of course, I love birds, so had to get it.
All right, one more little floral piece. Let's see what we've got in here. So I'm using the new Transfer by Any Other Name. It's one of their new ones, 8x12, and there's 8 sheets in here. So it's kind of the smaller size, but I like it because it works great for our thrift flips. Oh, that's a good one right there.
Which IOD did the butterflies come out of? Is it Any Other Name?
Yeah, okay. I just told them.
Sorry, did you see that?
It's like I knew they were going to ask.
Oh, I was like, did you see that from all the way over there?
No, I didn't.
We haven't ordered your new glasses yet. I'm excited because you look really cute in glasses. So.
Well, you might not be excited because I'm probably going to get some big ones because I don't like the Ray-Bans. I can like see the black of the frame under my eyes and it bugs me. That's why I don't wear them very often.
You're going to get some Mr.
And I had some big old, no, not that crazy. I had some big sunglasses and they were just like the lens. They had the frame on top that held them and a little on the side it came down to kind of hold them in the nose piece. But on the bottom, there was no frame at all. And I had like 0 obstructions in my vision. Love those. I was contemplating getting contacts, but I don't think I can do contacts. I get too much dust and sawdust and dirt and all the stuff flying around.
So you don't like anything going towards your eyeball or your nose. When I thought he was going to have a nervous breakdown when I had LASIK, because I was getting my eyeball touched.
I was in there filming it and my eyes are like watering and I'm like, oh man. And I'm not like an anxious person. Like I usually don't sweat stuff much, but I really like to see. Don't mess with my eyes.
Yeah, it didn't bother me. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I will have to do it again eventually.
And I had really good vision when I was a kid. Could see forever. So now that I'm in my mid 40s and I'm having to squint at everything, I'm like, what is happening? Like fighter pilot vision when I was a kid. But not anymore. It's gone.
Trying to not touch it, but I gotta get this bird all painted up here.
So these are mostly ripping where I'm breaking it. just because it like part of it comes up and then there's nothing for it to stick to, so it just kind of cracks and breaks on its own. It's gone over the edges a little bit, but not crazy, and mostly it's on the bottom of these boots.
Part of what makes it good.
Okay. All right, that worked out good. It just looks like it's a seamless floral pattern on the bottom.
That's so cute.
Now we got to get a couple more butterflies on here, and I'm using them individually. That one's kind of moth-esque. We're going to leave it out. We were just at the butterfly museum here. They've got like a big, what is it? What's it called? It's not a greenhouse. It's almost
Arboreum.
Maybe it's probably about 5,000 square feet, and there's like a jungle in there. It's like misty, like the rainforest. And anyway, butterflies flying all over the place. And I was like, Jamie, we could do one of these at the shop on a small scale, and that would help you get through the winters. She's like, oh yeah, let's just drop everything and do that.
It would just be better if you just bought me a house by the beach to live in the winter. I feel like that might be easier. I'll come back. I won't be there all the time. Just a little getaway here and there.
Let's see where our kids land. So far, even though they're all pretty much from Lehigh, Harrington started kindergarten in Arizona, but second half of kindergarten, we were up here. So he's from Utah, and he moved 5 hours away and is probably staying there. I don't ever see him really leaving. Even if he doesn't leave that town, I don't think he'll leave the area.
We'll see. I haven't had kids yet. And I think Harrington would be fine. The girls have a way of wanting to be by their mamas if they can. And this big flat surface is where it's got some streakies. So I'm going to come do a second coat of this plaster. Just trying to get us better coverage.
Okay, I'm going to clear wax these really fast just to kind of give them a little more protection against dusting and things.
And then that'll be done.
This will be finished. And then
I think that's faster than if you had removed the boots, which was your original plan.
I know. I'll come show you guys close. Get the close-up going.
This base is actually pretty covered.
And then we're going to pivot and move back to the frames for a minute.
Well, that's how you get lots of stuff done. You just don't focus on one thing. You circle around, let things dry. We use a heat gun occasionally because if we just kept putting single coats on things, we'd have 40 projects done. Well, part of the way, but not all the way finished.
So I just realized, I was like thinking through what you said about Harrington moving back because girls like to be close to their mama when they have children. Harrington is not a girl, but his girlfriend's parents
it takes a girl to make babies.
Her parents live about a half hour away.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Here in Utah. So
not even half hour. They're like, unless there's traffic, they're probably 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Now I need to find more totes with boots on them because that turned out awesome. And to think, I was just going to ditch the boots and use the little crate.
Lula wants you to do a video on backpacks, how to fix them, what to look for. Maybe on the Jamie and Zeb channel, because I don't know how many people...
I have a lot of backpacks. What are you doing with your backpack?
She wants to know the best brands to buy. Zeb actually needs to go through and really make it, because he kind of has some put together, but not in a way that would have everything that was needed. And if you're going to do it, you might as well do it right.
Well, and I have like bags to go to the range with, bags to just go hiking with, bags with water pouches in them. Bags that are too big to, unless you're going to go on I have like big, like 60, 70 liter backpacks for like a 10-day backcountry trip, so I have, and then I find a bag that's better and I'm like, well, I've got to get rid of that bag now because I don't need that one because I got this one.
Sasha says she wants more boots, please.
Okay.
Do we see a lot of boots?
That's the first time I found anything like that.
but now we'll be on the lookout. We could paint actual boots. I know that Debbie's done that a lot.
Well, that would be really easy to do that cutout. That's a pretty simple cutout.
Yes, that is on our list of
What happened to
things.
my plaster brush? Oh, you've got it right here.
Connie got her steps super fast. Thank you. I know we've been a little bit behind. I think we're running about 5 ship business days before we get orders shipped out. Some things get shipped faster. Like if I'm pulling the thrift haul and you just ordered 2 books and that's all you have. Now, this is only if I'm doing it. I'm going to pat those in a padded envelope, put them in a hard envelope, and ship them to you. Or if it's clothing or a quilt and that's all you ordered and you don't have any other orders, I'm just going to put it in a bag and ship it to you. Or if it's something small, I can fit it in a box. Just because we don't have enough shelf space to store everything. So the easy stuff will sometimes I will get it out. But I don't always pull every order.
And usually it's like 1 or 2 Z's here and there. Like she's walking through, saw it on the back shelf, and shipped it real quick.
Yeah. Steph and I pulled some stuff today, and I was just like, just get that out. Like that will be so fast. And it's, oh, I was using that. I actually think I'm okay. There's a little bit of primer showing, but this is going to get gold dry brush, so I don't need to be.
Well, we have 2 of these brushes out, don't we? Don't you have a plaster brush right there?
Oh, I think that's actually the brush that I used for primer, and then it went into plaster. So yes, you are correct. I just need to. And for a while we were waiting on something, so we had to like do orders ahead. We never waste time. So if we're waiting on things, we just ship what we can to people. I think I just scraped that. And there may be red that peeks through this. Like whenever you paint something, you always have the risk of it like coming through. Just know that. But I think red and this cream will be fine together.
I'm gonna dry this out real quick and do one more coat and get a.
Let's see. They want to see the boot crate close to the camera.
Oh.
All right, here it comes. Can they see it?
Yeah. All right. Go down a little. There you go.
This, you can do this with any crate that has a cutout on it or cutouts on the ends. I actually have one coming up. It's a bunny. It's going to be very similar. It's going to get painted and have floral on the bunny. All right, that's got to cool down. So while that's cooling down, I'm going to circle back to my round, which I didn't have to heat gun. Only the one time it's all the way dry. So
if you need to, I have the scraper right there if you need it.
Nope, this is just the back. It's just that price tag. I am going to go ahead and throw a coat of paint on the back just because, not because I have to, but because I want to. And then I will put a transfer on the front. I mean, nobody's like, if you hang it on a wall, you're not going to see underneath. If you put it laying flat, you're not going to see underneath, but now it's just painted. Yes, everything we're painting today is sold already, most of which sold, I think, Saturday or Sunday.
So that goes back to our earlier conversation. You can wait until we paint it, but a lot of people, a lot of times, like if you got something that you really want and it says we're going to paint it, even though we don't take custom orders, people just buy it and then it's gone. And then it's not available for, it happens a lot. And sometimes we don't even paint it until it sells. Like, it'll go sit in the garage for a month or 2 and not make it unless we have extra projects or get ahead.
Well, obviously priority goes to things that need to be shipped out. Okay. Do we have decoupage paper that I could put on this?
Yes.
Let me just see how wide
I think that one would be fun if it's wide enough, but it might not be wide enough.
Nope. All right. I'll just do a transfer. I could extend it out a little bit.
There is a medium paper that got kind of a rip in it over there that might just, you can just put it on there.
All right.
That one's bigger. These are the A4 size. That's what the subscription paper comes from. We've thought about doing a larger subscription that would probably just be like paper of the month, 1 paper, but we haven't figured out a good way to ship that economically. So like not in bulk.
Also, I pulled a boo-boo. This month's stencil is really big. So it's going to cost me a lot more to ship, and I had to order bigger envelopes. So not winning all the way around for me.
Jimmy's having logistical issues this month.
Where are the gold transfers?
They should be in there underneath.
Snaps.
Take a coat. It's snowing. It's been snowing off and on. Okay. The coat's not for being inside. The coat's for if you break down. Oh, you got a blanket in your car? All right. She's off to school. That's Odelia. She's doing her nail tech school.
Oh, I'm going to have to check my drawers.
Which she's very excited about, and I'm excited because doing something that you love every day is a blessing. And she does art in her free time, so I think it'll be really fun for her.
I don't know where the... Maybe it got
Did you check the drawers? Did it get put in another one? It might be, yeah, it might be in the scraps bin. Okay, this is ready for the final touches. We're gonna give it a quick distress 220 grit sandpaper.
This is not from this month, this release.
Oops,
but,
sorry.
But it'll work.
So I'm gonna hit the high spots. I'm just kind of random, varying degrees of pressure. I don't care if the whole thing, and sometimes I'll go back and forth opposite way on the grain so it doesn't look like just a streak where I hit it with the sandpaper. Whoop, drop the paper there.
Yes, we do sell on Etsy all the time. We prefer that people order on our website because we don't pay a commission to that. But you go to Etsy, there's a Jamie Ray vintage store. I think we've had like 4,000 or 5,000 orders over the last decade. Nobody sells our papers in England. We would love that. We have tons of followers in the UK and in Europe.
We had someone for a while. We recently restructured our wholesale because a lot of people have dropped off and haven't been really purchasing anything. So we just kind of restructured it.
Yes, so you can still, JRV Wholesale, the website is not set up anymore, but you can still order through our wholesale if you just bulk order, and Caitlin can get you set up on that. All right, we are going to do this.
Oh, I don't like that. That looks scratchy. So we're going to do more side to side. Oh, that's the wood grain. Okay, we're good. Okay, dark wax, you know it's coming. You know what was going to happen. I warned you before.
We do not sell the, are you talking about what comes out of the molds, like where we pour it for you? We don't currently do that. We have a couple, I think, on our website somewhere, but we don't do that. We just sell the molds.
We used to, like 10 years ago.
We still have the manpower.
We used to.
Do we have a?
This is black. All right, we're going to have to do a heavy white back. I don't ever use black, so you guys are going to get to see the difference.
3 1/4. Okay, that's pretty centered.
It's not that I don't like the black wax. I just feel like the dark wax gives you more of like a natural age. It's like it's been dusted and wiped and dusted and wiped and. Might have to come back with some dark wax over that.
I'm using, I believe this is Marie Antoinette, but this is from the, is this Flora Greca?
Oh, that's going to be good.
Oh, it's St. Owen.
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to use
this frame that's from Gilded Petites Ornaments. I was going to use the new, oh, that's going to be difficult. Oh, please. I can't see through it. I was going to use the new transfers, but
I'm going to use that so you can center it.
Yeah, I got to cut out the middle because I got to be able to see her to know exactly. I don't want to like, it's going to kind of go over her because she's bigger anyways, but I thought it might be a cool effect. I got to see where I'm going. All right. Now we've got a little peephole. Is it weird if...
Actually, I'm really liking the black. I'm going to have to start using it more.
I feel like that's good. We'll find out what this is going to look like because I've never done this before. In my mind, it's good.
So this wax has the same sealing properties as the clear. So you've got clear, white, dark, and black wax in the DIY family of waxes, and same in the Sweet Pickins wax. The difference in the Sweet Pickins wax and this is the Sweet Pickins is a beeswax, and we use this more on like live streams and projects just because it dries a little faster. The beeswax is super good and super seals. If you need more open time, if you're trying to manipulate it, it also works very, very well for a resist. If you need a resist on something.
Well, we sell the wax bar you can use for resisting.
Yeah, and that's also from Sweet Pickins. But if you're ever looking on the website and you're like, what's the difference between these? That's the main difference. They both seal up great. They both can be buffed and polished. More open time on the beeswax. Okay, I actually really like that. Came out really, really aged.
I think I like this.
What to put in this? I think this is going to get this one here because it's the right size for it. I'm going to have to start cleaning my stuff up. Got to make sure we get that bunny in the bottom there.
I'm going to add more to this. We've got her in kind of the gold gilded frame. So we've got a layered look there. What I have to decide is if I want to do like colored florals on the bottom, which I think I do. And then I'll layer some more gold over the top of it. I'll show it up close once it's done. It's very much in the creative process here.
Borrowing this.
Okay, I'll share. Oh, I could just do a bunch of words across the bottom, which would be really great. No. Too many. I'm going to do this logo across the bottom here and then maybe some stuff over there. Can I have that back? Are you going to do that whole thing?
Yeah, there were more scissors in the drawer over there.
Yeah. Since it's going to be a minute, I'll grab another pair. I've got a lot of transfer work to do today. Sorry to bug you. Because I got a whole stack of 1, 2, 3, 4 things sitting on this back over there that I wiped down, ready to go.
Those are, when we say we got
Saint
like...
Juan, Saint Owen is pronounced Saint Juan as the Paris flea market. All right.
Okay.
Got it. I will try to remember. Can't promise that
I say
will.
K like that because the likelihood that I'm not going to just read it and be like, that's Owen.
I do remember stuff eventually. I also am like really good at like just doing the same wrong thing over and over again because it becomes habit. All right, I think that's good. So you guys, I'm gonna distress the edge and then she's done. Can they see this? It's kind of shiny and the sun's decided to come out.
They can see it. All right, and here's my bunny project. Just a reminder, this paper is available through the subscription until March 12th. It is the March paper, but it's only available until March 12th, and then we swap over.
I know, confusing.
We try to be a month ahead.
Initially, we thought that we wouldn't, like, if you ordered the middle of March, you wouldn't get it till April 1st, but we ship it a lot faster. I'm only distressing the edge. I don't want to distress over her face or anything. Just going to make it look a little aged.
So this one was already white, so it's it doesn't need a second
Where's
coat.
the clear wax? Can you pass it to me?
Yep.
Don't forget you need to go back to Lori's.
Yep, we'll get it. It's coming up here. It looks dry. Just getting some of my scraps out of the way. It's starting to be all that's in the middle of my workspace.
Is that hot? So it's going to melt stuff. Okay. Project finished.
Okay.
I need to circle back to this frame.
So same on this, just a quick little distress. Where'd my paper go?
What do I do with my little gold brush? No?
The gold, you were using it over here. Is this it?
Yep. Thanks. I think if you like to do transfers on stuff, it's worth buying a pack of the gold if you're into embellishing things. I just feel like it's really pretty. So I would suggest it. And I like the newest one that I couldn't find because that one also has silver. And I like to use the silver over the top of painted projects when I paint tarnish silver because it looks like the silver gilding is coming through. It's a really fun effect. So if you haven't tried those, I definitely suggest getting a pack. One will go a really long way. There's a ton of elements on there. It's not just for the holidays. Have we always been artistic? I've always loved to do stuff like crafty projects. I didn't have carpet in my bedroom in elementary school because my mom knew that I would be painting and crafting. And so she put roll-out vinyl flooring in my bedroom. And I think, Zeb, you did a lot of crafting with your mom, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And I started painting furniture when I was 13. Not for resale, but just I redid my friend's room. And I redid my bedroom. I redecorated it. Every room. Every year growing up. I could have said the wrong word.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, I do redecorate a lot. When we were like in the thick of raising kids and broke, I did not decorate as much. I would get stuff good and leave it. But I love, that's like a passion, design and decorating. Like I've always loved a good decorating magazine or design book. It's my favorite pastime. And I can watch design decorating YouTube shows forever. Like the kind where you go into somebody's home and they show you their whole house. I don't know that I will ever have a episode like that, even on our own channel, because my whole house is never going to be done all the way, but.
We just have too many side quests.
Yeah. And we do everything ourselves, so.
Well,
Denise says she booked her dog groomer appointment on Thursday, so she didn't waste that Wednesday.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Denise. We are glad you're here.
Our dogs just got a bath and a blow dry and a brush, thanks to Zeb. He fluffed them all up.
It had been a long winter, and they just...
It looks pretty good. I thought they'd be matted, but they're really not.
No, they're not bad.
They don't love to go to the groomer. We have one particular groomer, a couple groomer, actually, people that are like, you should buzz them down, but they like to be buzzed down in the spring. They prance around, and Zeb buzzes them down twice a year, and then we bath them at least like every 2 weeks. But every week is even
I try
better.
not to wash them too much because Rex gets real dried out.
Yeah. But we have a doodle and a schnoodle that we rescued. And so they do, especially our doodle. He's got really kind of dry hair that mats pretty easy. But they don't like, so Cody doesn't like to go anywhere without Rex. Rex is really big, and so it takes a long time for him to get groomed, and mobile groomers won't do him because he's really big. So we bought these clippers that are quiet for anxious dogs, and they're made for the doodle coat, which is pain in the butt.
They work great.
And Zeb uses them, and they work really good.
All right. We're doing stuff, guys.
My mom used to do the crafts. It was called homemaking at church once a month when I was a kid. I helped babysit, but I helped her come up with a lot of the ideas this was before Pinterest. So that was fun. I have this one very specific memory. There used to be this really popular craft. It was pine cones that you made with fabric triangles. Do you remember those? And you would pin them on the foam.
I don't.
Okay, well, my mom did those in homemaking. And I remember I used to have this like loft area, kind of like above where our refrigerator is, if you're familiar with our house. And I would climb up there on a ladder and craft up there. It's like my own little tree house. My mom would let me do it too. And I made those for hours. I sat up there and made those pine cone fabric pine cones. It was so fun. I wonder if that helps keep the fleas in check. Our dogs don't, I don't think ticks and fleas are super common here in Utah. And our dogs don't go around other dogs, so they don't have that problem here.
They are, but it's up in the mountains. Like down here in the valley, it's not as prevalent.
Yeah, we don't hike with our dogs, although they probably would love it. And so they just never really had an issue.
I know Rex would love it.
Our puppies are mostly home puppies. Linda says she's made those pine cones too. Yeah, it's fun. And I love to go to the thrift store and see crafts that I've done in years past.
They're very pampered dogs. Jamie did not hold Cody enough yesterday, and I was sitting on the floor listing the thrift haul for this week and just kind of hanging out. And he just crawled right up on my lap, which is not something he normally does because I don't really hold dogs. I'm not a dog holder.
Cody will force
and he just plopped right on there, and I was just listing, and he sat there for like 45 minutes just hanging out. He couldn't get to Jamie, so I was the next best human in the house.
Zeb doesn't like dogs on the couches, and I was sitting on the couch.
Listen,
I do have a chair.
I grew up with like outdoor work dogs, so dogs in the house. My dogs were always house broke because we'd bring them in like bad storms and stuff like that, but.
How hot does it get here?
100, 105. And for a couple weeks in July.
Caitlin, if you have a second, can you link the gold tiered tray things that we ordered from Amazon? Zeb actually thought they were going to be too shiny gold, but then when we put them on the plates, they looked really good.
They look great. All right, need to get.
When did I turn my love of art into a career? Well, I started painting furniture when the kids were little, back when I had like 3 kids. And Zeb would build things. Well, actually, all of our married life, we did it for ourselves. But for resale,
the DIY really started the first week we were married. I guess the first couple weeks after we got moved in and we lived by my parents. And Jamie and my mom went and thrifted a couch and reupholstered it like in the space of while I was at work. Came home to a new couch, and that is the start.
You were gone for a few days.
Was I gone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was I driving?
Dad had a truck.
We were driving truck. That's
overnight,
right.
For a few days, but that was.
It felt like I was gone for a day.
We resold it. When we moved up to Utah, there was a store called Emily Jane. It was on 8th and 8th in Salt Lake. It's no longer there. And I went in there and I was just mesmerized, and I found out that they did consignment. And I had a few pieces that I had painted for myself in Arizona. I mean, this was in my early 20s, so a good amount of time ago. And I thought, I wonder if, since I don't have room for those, if I could take them to consignment store. Do you think, somebody would buy them? Like in my mind, I'm working this out. So I dropped off this white hutch. It was a hutch that I had got from my sister Karen for free. I had painted it white in like a shabby finish. It was obviously latex paint. It was long before I even heard of chalk paint. And somebody bought it. And I remember the feeling of, oh my gosh, I am a designer. Somebody somebody paid cash money for something that I created, and it's now in their home. And it was like this super big high. And I did a couple of, things with consignment with that Emily Jane place. And then we sold a few pieces to, like, I would be painting stuff in the garage, and I just had a few neighbors that bought stuff. There wasn't anything crazy, like maybe 6 or 8 pieces tops. Then we moved to Arizona. I consigned a few pieces there. We moved back to Utah, just down the street from where we'd lived before, and buy-sell trade groups came out. They were really big in Utah. If you ever know anything about Utah people are extremely industrious. And if you can make a buck at something or sell something and make it useful, it's going to happen. So buy-sell trade groups took off here, I think long before they were really big anywhere else. And this is before Facebook Marketplace. And I started selling stuff on buy-sell trade groups. Redrick was about 1. He's now 14 and a half. And that started, and then about maybe 12 years ago, you'd have to look on my Facebook page. I started the Jamie Ray Vintage Facebook page, and I called it Jamie Ray Vintage because Zeb was working full time, and I had like 3 other jobs at home, but I couldn't think of any other name. I was like, well, my name's Jamie Ray, and anything I do is Jamie Ray Vintage, So I came up with that name. It seemed to work, and yeah, that's really when I started selling on a regular basis. And that's just before I would use chalk paint. So I just like slap latex on something and sell it. And I'd sell like a dining table for like $75. Somebody would buy it. I'm like, oh, this is great. Then I started using better product, started actually learning what I was doing. Then that business started growing. And then 11 years ago, in a couple of months, Zeb quit his job because I was so busy that I either had to hire somebody.
Well, you know me, I'm like, you are not hiring somebody to do what I'm doing.
Yeah, and he didn't like his job. That's another story in and of itself, but they were not promoting him and should have been. And so he came to work with me, and we just hustled. And
we still hustle.
That's
the hustle hasn't stopped for 11 years. Went to bed at 11:30 last night and worked the whole day.
For real. Anyways, so that's how it started. And the reason why I really started doing it was because Zeb and I never had enough money to do the extras. And I never wanted my kids to think I did without, because we had a big family, because we have 5 kids. And not that that's the end all or whatever, but in my mind, I was like, I really want to provide as much as possible to my kids, and like dance, football, nice outfits, extras for holidays. There wasn't enough money in the budget. And so when I would need something, I would hustle and get stuff painted and sold. Like I remember when Adelia turned 8, there was this dress that I really wanted from a store called Janie and Jack. And it was $200, and it was not on sale. And I put it on hold, and they said they'd hold it for 24 hours, maybe. I put it on hold. I came home. It was like noon. I came home. I looked in my garage. I painted everything that didn't move, put it on buy-sell trade groups. And the next day, I took all of my cash and I went to Janie and Jack and I bought Odelia that baptism dress. We still own the dress. And every time I see it, I think what a blessing it was to be able to do that, because I don't discount the fact that it's a huge privilege to have a talent and like the idea of how to do things. And that was like a huge blessing. And then the same thing with like DIY paint. I wanted to go to boot camp and we couldn't afford it. And I was going to teach, so I got a little bit of a discount. And Zeb and I just painted pianos, and we bought the plane ticket. And we painted pianos, and we paid for the boot camp ticket. And that's kind of how that went. But it started for our kids. And that's also why Zeb wanted to work with me, because he wanted to be at all of our kids' activities.
I was missing out on everything.
So there you go.
Well, especially I worked at a tire shop and we were open 6 days a week. And so I had a rotating day off. Weekends, Friday, Saturday were always the busiest days. So usually, I was in a management position. So usually I was like, I'll take a Tuesday or a Wednesday off. Those are slower days. And like football games and dances, everything happens on a Saturday. And like life was just going by. Jamie was single momming it. I was working like 50, 60 hours a week if you include the commute.
Especially during winter time. So around Christmas, when you want to do family stuff, that's when they're busy. And they didn't really pay. Discount Tire back in those days did not pay appropriately for overtime. It was like a couple bucks an hour above their salary.
Well, I was salary. So
I know, but legally they did not, like they've since changed it.
Well, they got into a lawsuit. Someone in California was like, hey, this isn't right. But I was out by then. I was talking to a guy down at the tire shop the other day, and he's like, man, you know a lot about tires. I'm like, I used to work here. he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I worked here for 15 years. He's like, oh really? I'm like, yeah, but I've now been gone almost 11, so don't sweat it. You guys have already doing stuff I don't remember ever doing. But it just seems like it was yesterday, and it's been 11 years.
Yeah, we were doing this thing the other day, and it was for Eliza, and it was like career readiness, and it was like, how do you know how to make decisions? And I'm like, we pray about it, and then we get ideas, and then you go to work.
We'll see what her career, whatever
what
the
grade
class
she'll
is
get on
called, what her teacher thinks of that.
I mean, I guess that's not like a business plan, but it works all right.
I think it's the best business plan.
I mean, there's so much more to our story. So many amazing employees, people that have been with us, so many business partners, so many people that gave us a chance when we didn't have anything, you know.
Caitlin wasn't even doing like any IT or anything on the website. Caitlin was shipping.
No, Caitlin actually started out as a personal assistant, doing the things that I did not have time for.
She's always had a love-hate relationship with Verizon. We needed a new phone, and now we have like 8 lines with them between the business and her and us and the kids. And Caitlin manages most of that too.
Yeah, I actually still use Facebook Marketplace. I will not list items specifically, but I will take lots of pictures of the shop. And I get a lot of local business that comes in that they don't know who we are. And then they see us on Facebook Marketplace and they will come in. So I actually need to be better about weekly listing photos on Facebook Marketplace. So if you have a booth or if you have a store, it's a great place to advertise.
So this was a second. This is one of those, the printer put a bunch of lines on the bottom of it, but I didn't need the bottom of it. I needed the top of it. This is a 5x7. And so I used that part of it on this. And this is the dark wax. I can't really, now that I wiped it back super heavy, there's not a huge difference. So if you've got one or the other, they're both going to work to age. I did wipe this one back a lot, but this is dark and this is black. If you were going to leave more of it on there, you'd probably know the difference, but I wiped like 90% of it off. I just wanted it to hang down in the little cracks and creases.
Do you want to stencil that box?
Yep, I'm about to, but I got to finish this first.
Oh, that's right.
That's going to get a dry brush, I think. I just need to make sure that this is, oh, it's sticking to the drop cloth.
Because this frame was dark already, I didn't worry about full coverage with the gold because I knew I was going to dark wax it. So it all kind of works together. You can't really see the white, but I put the white on there just to give me a layer for the gold to kind of cover. And it did really good. And this is what I had envisioned for this frame because I'm putting the Christmas print in there.
If you've got something that's like really heavily detailed, this cottage color is very forgiving because it self-levels. So as long as you're getting full coverage, a lot of times you don't even see brush strokes.
I mean, if you get really close, some people are.
Yeah, or if you're going like really heavy, like I'm going thin coats.
Or if your brush is really dirty and crunchy, that's another story.
It's not foolproof. Like the self-leveling doesn't fix everything, but for the most part, it levels out really nicely. Like I'm not really worried about all the little directions I'm having to go around this design. Ooh, almost got paint on that.
I thrifted the print going in here. I found the print first and then I went over to the frame section and found me a frame. PJ said, looks great. So I'm pulling this out. That will go in here. The cardboard backer. This is going to be vertical and the hanging hardware is horizontal. So I'll take that off and see if I can fix that for me. But I'll show it to you guys.
I have one more piece of, one more frame that needs to get a piece of art. And I have, I think, one more paper that I can use from this month's subscription, the March subscription, not February. February is over. We try to be a month ahead.
There we go. Ta-da! So if you ever find a really good print and you're at the thrift store, my suggestion is to also try to find a frame while you're there. So that way you can be done with it. All right, do that. We did 4 frames already, and then that art is good. You know, this Marie side profile looks a lot like the gal in your print.
Oh yeah.
Not exactly the same, obviously, but very similar.
My shepherdess.
Your shepherdess. All right.
My unnamed shepherdess.
Let's go back to this art. I have this perfect transfer from San Owen, Awan, San Awan. Did I say it right? San Awan.
I already forgot.
It's going to fit here, and I don't care if it goes up over the edge.
Just don't want it to be floating.
No, but I got pink.
If you can avoid it, unless it's specifically like part of your design, don't float your transfers. Ground them on the bottom.
Yeah, I'll have some extra negative space here that I'll put some butterflies in.
I'm not talking floating on water, I'm talking floating in space.
Like the space on that you're putting the transfer on.
In your negative space.
It says, Fiona says that picture looks straight out of one of our Scottish castles. Fiona lives in Scotland.
Awesome.
Well, good, because the tartan fabric probably, or the plaid behind it. I love a good plaid. I'm glad that it's making a comeback in design. I've always used plaid in my Christmas, but it was a little bit more difficult to find. When things grow in popularity, it just makes it easier to find.
I need to go see some Scottish castles. We go over there so often. My mom's a Baird, and my uncle has actually been and found ancestry way up north in Scotland, like Isle of Skye north. And he found which tartan we have and all of that fun stuff.
Doesn't he also play the bagpipes?
Oh, that's my Uncle Rick. My Uncle Stuart's the one that's been over there.
Oh,
but
okay.
Uncle Rick does play the bagpipes, and he wears a kilt while he's doing it. He plays it. If you pass away, he's going to play at your funeral.
What you're saying is if you don't like bagpipes, don't die?
I love bagpipes. I get all excited when the bagpipes are going by on the parades. I don't like parades, but I will watch the bagpipes and the marching bands. I like a good marching band.
My dad had bagpipes at his funeral, and I am sure he loved it. Watching over us, so excited. He was a veteran, so he also had the 21 good food, and my dad loved pomp. He liked a big deal made about him in pomp and circumstance. My dad was the only boy, and he had only daughters, and he was spoiled on all accounts, and he loved it. All right, we're getting there, and it looks a little simple, but I'm going to come in with gold on the frame, on the bird, on the bottom, and maybe dark wax, we'll see, but I'm also going to add some flowers. This is what it used to be, in case you were wondering. When did I meet Debbie? I met her online, and then I met her at boot camp.
I found her channel when she had about 60,000 subscribers.
I started commenting. I already had a YouTube channel, so then she started following me. She asked me to teach at DIY boot camp, and I did. And I fell in love with the product, started selling it, and the rest is history. I need a few butterflies. Where's the transfer? Do you have the transfer you were using? Did you use all the butterflies?
No, I didn't use all the butterflies. I put some back in it.
Where's the transfer?
I don't know. It's around.
That's mine, but did you put it back in here?
Maybe.
Yeah. Here it is. Let's see if we got any other name. Oh, there's a lot of butterflies in here.
Yep, they're all over. And I had one just floating around. I put it back on. All right, I'm going to dry brush this. These are your options. Which one? I'm going to go with a color.
Oh, I'd do provincial. Was provincial acceptable too?
You think provincial on there? Stick with the monochromatic look?
The neutral?
I was going to make it look like moss.
That's way too bright.
Well, I think the juniper would have worked.
No,
well, this is
I mean,
garden
I was
sage.
talking about this butterfly.
Oh, where is provincial? Do we not have that out? Oh, we got some right here.
Lori said no provincial. All right. Lori, are you just getting it like this? Is this what you want? Just plaster? If that's the case, then we're finished, but I just want to make sure. Oh, she said yes, provincial. Okay. No on the other colors.
It's going to look like moss, Lori. It's going to be amazing. But that would have lended it to gold. And I did see that you had requested no gold. I'm okay with, like, if it falls within what I want to do. Like,
Parameters.
I'll
Where's the transfer
take suggestions. I don't know. There was 2 of them out here.
I just had it.
Pretty dry brush on this with the provincial. There it is.
The last place you look. Oh, she wants it to look like cement.
Oh, okay. We'll get close.
Just do just a big dry brush on it with provincial.
Could do a dark wax it too. That would help.
Just do a heavy dry brush on the whole thing.
Well, it won't quite look like cement. I should have done like a weathered wood on that and then a white wax. That gets you cement color.
It'll look kind of like cement that has oxidation though underneath it. See you later, Caitlin. Probably headed out to grab her boys.
Is it that time of day already?
Yeah, they don't live super close, but they don't bus. And she has to get there early because there's like 1,000 kids at that school and they don't bus any of them. So it's nuts. I only know because I've picked them up before. She said yes with dark wax if you want to. Okay. Look, I'm going to come in with some gold. If you're tired of painting, I got a lot of transferring to do. But you have stenciling, and then we've got to get one more frame and a tiered tray done.
Yep.
Phew. And we also have a candlestick we couldn't find, but we'll find it before tomorrow.
I think it might have been taken to the shop, but I didn't see it on the back counter, so I don't know.
I don't think so.
So if you're getting streakies in your dry brush, go the other direction. It'll help.
And when your brush is super dry, you can usually do shading with it. So I always come back once I get all the paint off and come back and shade things.
We'll come give you guys a close-up in a sec.
I will show this to you guys when I'm done, but I got to turn this towards me to really just get this finished. It's cutesy to work on camera, but then sometimes you just got to get a job done. This is going to get 2 coats of the gold. So it'll be a little bit more pronounced. You'll still be able to see that initial plaster color underneath. We normally just work when we go to England, but we could, since we don't really have time for 2 trips, take like a partial trip to Scotland for our 25th wedding anniversary. Like
then drop down.
Yeah, like spend the middle of the week in Scotland. And then spend the weekends junking. Like going on a Tuesday or something, and then on the weekend get down to where we junk. When you use Golden Ticket, do you need a wax to seal it? No, it's a patina, so it has a built-in sealer in there. I oftentimes will dark wax over it, not because I need it for sealer, but because I like the way the dark wax looks. So it's more for effect. But no, you do not need to seal over the top of it. I'm gonna heat gun the edge of this really quick. Careful not to heat gun your transfer. It's never a good idea.
Okay. I'm pretty much done dry brushing. We're getting some of that plaster poking out. I'm going to dark wax it pretty heavy.
I think if you dark wax it, it's going to look like dark kind of cement. My bird sign looks a lot different than when it was red.
Yeah.
But this is also because look how many steps I had to do to transform this. This is also why I think I charged like $28 for this. I probably should have charged more. In something this big, I probably should charge like in the closer to $40 range because it is a lot of steps. But it's also really fun. So fine by me. What is a golden? So this is called Golden Ticket. We sell it on our website. It is a golden patina. So it's kind of transparent. You can see through it. You can get it solid if you put like yellow or red, or like if you do quite a few coats of it, you can get a more solid effect. In this case, I want to kind of see that cream coming through, so I'm not getting full coverage on it. But I like it because, yeah, gold gilding is really pretty, but you can't do a translucent look of it if you want to, because that's all it is. So this has a little bit of versatility, and it is all natural. So I can do it without having to worry about stinking out the joint. Although I might drop it.
Careful,
Dropping things.
So this is getting really dark. Don't stress, it'll come back when I wipe it back.
Well, you've used cottage color, which has a built-in sealer. Okay. I'm gonna let this dry. Then I'll come back in with a little bit of dark wax, and then this project will be done. And I'm probably just gonna dark wax over the gold. You know, I was watching a cooking show the other day, and they were talking about cooking and how it can like transport you to another place, you know, like you're on vacation. And I feel like crafting is very much the same, that you can transport yourself somewhere else by creating something that reminds you of a trip, or even if you've never been there, reminds you of a feeling of something, you know. It's transformative. And you can also change where you spend most of your time, which is where you live. Okay, we'll let that dry. I think that's pretty cute.
Oh, that turned out great.
There.
From the red with chalk on it to that.
It said boo for Halloween in chalk art. I feel like that's a big step up. That's really been classed up. Denise said crafting is pure escapism to me, for sure. For sure.
All right.
It's work for us. And there are times that I'm like, oh, I just need to get these projects done. But most of the time, it's just fun. Just fun.
Because we use wax, we will get some highs and lows on there.
We use cottage color, so it shouldn't be too.
Yeah, it's not really absorbing down in a ton, but it was pretty dry, not thick coats. So we'll see what we get. If you guys were with us at the start, this was yellow and not a good yellow, like a kind of a mustardy, I don't know. And it looked like it had been dark at some point.
No, because the one we thrifted two and they were the same.
Yeah, but it looked like they may have tried to do some sort of glaze or dark wax on it. It wasn't good.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, I gotta go sit down and really push on this.
I'm putting a transfer on, but I'm going up over the lip. Always the next level application when you do that. So be patient with yourself with the transfer.
If you get more wax than you want when you're waxing, clear wax, come back with some clear wax.
I'll show it to you guys when I'm done with it. Every time I do something like this, I love it, but then I'm like, why don't I ever just only transfer flat surfaces? Why do I gotta always challenge myself and make my life interesting?
Okay, done. Went from yellow to this. Oh, I'm gonna dark wax the bottom just because.
Bottom is not gonna be perfect.
All right. Okay.
It's actually not too shabby, Jamie. Okay.
You did real good.
So this is from, by any other name, I think. Let me double check the back. Yes. And it's like a shield. And I just put the majority of the design on the top. I'm going to do something simple on the white. And I went down into the edge over the, I'm actually going to scratch that off because it looks weird. And so we've got a few cracks here, but that's pretty great. I will just clear wax it and it'll be good to go. I'm going to just put something small, maybe a butterfly here, since the majority of the design is on the top. Are we going to put an artificial flower arrangement in it? What item? Oh, the
urn?
We sold the pot as is, so I don't know what the ultimate plan is.
Yep.
It would be great with that in there.
I'm going to get a coat of this.
Do you use molds? No, that planter came that way, but you could use molds to create something similar. All right, got these little bees or wasps, whatever they are. They're kind of cute. I'm going to kind of fly those on here.
So this is like a, I don't know, almost like it's like a high gloss.
Oh, she was asking Lori what she was going to do with it. I was like, I don't know.
Really quick, I'm just going to scuff this with some
Is Lori still
220.
here? When I'm attaching molds, I actually use super glue gel a lot, or we use construction contact adhesive.
Or both.
Super glue gel dries really fast. It's expensive, so sometimes we use a little of that, and then we use the contact adhesive for the rest. But the super glue gel will hold it in place, which is super helpful. If Zeb's not paying attention, I probably just use super glue gel.
I'm like, that's like $7 an ounce.
Whoops. This needs a little something on the other side.
It's like a really good aged cheese.
What?
$7 an ounce.
Laura says, I'm going to put a fake plant in it. Stink bugs have ruined their indoor plants. I hate stink bugs. We have box elder bugs recently, and they normally die this time of year, but because it's been so warm, they've not gone and died. Okay, I'll show you guys up close. So the majority of the design on this is on the top. And then I just did a cute little flying design randomly around the edge. I'm going to clear wax them, and then this project will be finished. Has the boot tote been sold? Yes, the boot tote is sold. Everything that we're doing today was purchased Saturday or over the weekend and said we'll get a makeover, and now we are making it over. But if you want to see stuff that has been finished or that we will be painting, you can search the word makeover or the word will be painted. Put those words in the search at jamierayvintage.com and it should pop that up.
That's going to bring stuff up that hasn't been done yet. Once it's been done, we change the picture and take that out of the title.
But that's still in the metadata.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So we'll show them things that are finished. All right, this I still need a dark wax. Don't let me forget. I'm going to be doing a lot of transfers, so hopefully you guys like transfers because that's what's happening.
We've already done a bunch of transfers.
Yep, it's a lot coming now. Transfer palooza here. Actually, I need to take a magic eraser on the other side of this, so that's how I decided which side was getting the design because this one has some scuffs, so I gotta grab one. When we make more of the boot totes, if we made that tote, it would cost like 80 bucks just to make it. So I don't think it would really be cost effective, but maybe eventually we'll cut out boots and we could find totes and attach them to totes that we've thrifted, or just sell them to people because we do find quite a few totes.
So after we get the cottage done, the next project before we get too deep into doing summer house stuff, I've got to do a few things on the barn and outside of it, but I want to get enough room in there. The CNC machine currently is being used like a table. It's got stuff stacked all up on it. So, but if we could, that would be really easy to do a design, and like Redrick could babysit the CNC machine and we could crank out a bunch of stuff like that.
Redrick is our 14-year-old. Sure. Wondering.
He's coming up on 15, faster than I like. We're going to have to find him something to practice driving in.
Yeah,
because he's not driving. Permit. He's not learning how to drive in my truck. I'll tell you that.
Or my car.
So far, our girls have been very good drivers. We've had one little, we'll call it a parking lot accident. Odelia backed up into Liza's friend here at the house, and that's it. And now Odelia is driving the car that she backed up into.
We took it. We have a guy we go to that does like...
Eliza's friend's dad sold me the car because it did more damage than was worth fixing, and they totaled it.
Yep, so we just bought it. But we have a guy that does repairs for us that they're not perfect repairs, but they also don't cost $1 million. So they're worth it when you have an old crappy car that you don't need a pristine repair done on. So we went and had that fixed, and now she drives it. They said kids are expensive. Yep. Kids are expensive, and that is why Jamie Ray Vintage exists. Quite literally.
We gotta show up to work every day out of necessity.
we would still be doing very similar things.
We often get asked, like, what's your motivation to like work the long hours and do all the stuff? Because if you guys follow us, we're very busy. Like we don't really have, I'm going to sit down for half an hour and not do anything time in our day unless we like make that kind of time.
I do. But then what we do for our hobbies is generally stuff that's kind of work related. Like I love to read design magazines, or if I'm in the bath, I'm watching home shows. And
all of what I've been watching is the best way to like run plumbing in like early 19, late 1800s building.
And if we're gardening or doing something else, we put that on the Jamie and Zeb channel, which also falls into work.
We will have a video on that coming soon.
Are you going to do it while traveling?
I don't really have enough footage I have not been filming a lot of demo. I showed you guys what we're doing, and then I do like 2 or 3 days worth of work, and then I show you where we're at again. Because it's literally like the walls are ripped open and plumbing, but the ceiling is done. I think I'm going to get Odelia over there hopefully in the next day or two and show her what I want with the holes filled. She has a young man that has taken quite a shine to her, and so
Maybe he might want to do that with her.
And he's said he wants to help. So I'm like, all right, let's get him over here.
Lori says, I'm really glad you had a lot of children. It's worked out. It's kept us busy and keeps us creating. It also works well that we have this business because our kids, like our daughter Eliza, works for us, but she's very busy in school. So it allows our kids to earn money, but not have to have like a job. And I'm going to be real honest. It does make me nervous when teenagers have jobs where I don't really know the bosses or the people influencing them. So I try not to be a helicopter mom, but I also really love it that my kids are working under our wing where we can still be involved. It also allows us to provide work for our younger kids, like our son Jack. He's 11. He makes money and he spends it how he wants. He had all these girls very jealous of his Valentine because he worked hard, made the $80 and bought her the sweatshirt she really wanted that she wasn't expecting. And so he will forever, probably if he asks somebody to be his Valentine from here on out, he's gonna get a yes.
Here's the problem. You just got to keep going bigger and better.
He's also a really nice kid, so that doesn't help. That doesn't hurt him. And he's pretty handsome. I was watching him pass the sacrament on Sunday in his suit, and I was like, oh boy, he is so good looking.
What it is it's trouble.
It's trouble, right?
At least at that age.
Denise says, I must order that transfer by any other name. It is good. There's not a transfer that I don't like.
But if you like it's got like small element floral. There are a couple larger pieces, but it's got tons of butterflies and small element florals. Like the boots that I did on there, I mean, I just used individual pieces and it looks like it all goes together. Like it's one big transfer.
So this is for decor only, so I'm not really worried about using super glue, but I just used that super glue gel because this little piece was just kind of loose on here, and that will hold that into place and work great. Now this project's done. This is probably for like oil in a kitchen. It's not really a watering can, I don't think.
It might have had a diffuser on there.
Okay. This is still dry, and then I'll wax it. Here's my clone. Jack does look very much like me, but he also looks like his brothers, so he looks like his dad too. Our kids are. He has
Jamie's coloring. He's got brown eyes, darker hair.
His eyes are darker.
He tans up real good in the summer.
Frederick and
Jack, I do not tan up good in the summer. I burn.
Well, you can see the pink tone already. I'm olive complected, but Frederick and Jack both have chocolate colored eyes, and I actually have hazel eyes. My eyes are as much green as they are brown. We just don't always see it. Depends if the light's shining on them. Harrington has green eyes, which I'm guessing he gets from both of us because you have blue eyes and I have hazily eyes.
Yep.
All right, I was saving this red rose for this black enamel. I never want to discount. Somebody said that they, I enjoy all you do and your dedication to your customers. You're a great example for your children. I think the dedication to our customers is equally reciprocated by our customers' dedication to us. Like we have customers that have been with us for a decade, people that could shop anywhere and they still continue to shop online. And that's allowed us to grow, employ people, occasionally enjoy a vacation and get to do fun stuff like getting to go to Disneyland with our kids and this week. I was going to say
most trips are like dual work trips. This one coming up on Thursday is just going to be fun.
Yeah, we are flying in and we are not junking at all, which is so weird, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so I've got this transfer. I'm going to put it on my lap because it'll just make it easier to put on. Lori says you can see your hazel eyes in the truck when the sun hits your face. Yeah, they're kind of, and I actually didn't know I had hazel eyes for a really long time because I just didn't really pay that much attention. But they are. Zeb always knew, but he looks at me more than I look at myself. He's like, you didn't know? So what are you putting in that frame?
I have.
Oh yeah, that'll look good.
That's why I did Americana, because it's going to look really great with this floral.
Is that the lighter original?
I also have the darker one. I'm going to probably put that one in.
Yeah, because that one I had you darken it up, give it a little more vibrance. Vibrancy, is that a word?
Yeah.
More
works.
saturation. I know that you can use like a towel, and somebody said that somebody's husband made him a thing to put it in. But when I'm doing stuff like this, I just like to use my lap. My best tool. Make sure before you're putting a transfer on anything that you clean it very well. I cleaned all of these before we went live. In fact, I have something dry. It's soaking in my sink right now that I need to finish cleaning, that white crock. Tell them what you're doing, Zeb.
Dark wax. The Americana, I always, it's not super bright. It's like a nice duck egg blue-green color. But I wanted to age it up like I do on pretty much everything. If you get something that I'm refinishing, it's very rare that I just paint it and I'm like, yep, that's it. That's done.
You might get that from me because I don't dark wax everything. I dark wax more than I used to because I'm more brave. And the cottage colors has really helped because it makes it so there's a barrier. So
it doesn't absorb it as much. You can just kind of put the color where you want it. Like if I was doing DIY paint, the clay-based paint, I would seal this first with clear wax, and then I would let that sit for a minute and come in with the dark wax because it's porous, and porous means it's going to absorb whatever you put on there. Okay. Here, we'll come close for the white back. Every now and then, if you get a fingerprint in one of your things, just, you know, it's like I signed it.
We have a little DNA.
I noticed that the other day. There was like something that was on the backside and had like a fingerprint in the paint.
Your little blood, sweat, and tears and everything. Here's this project.
That one turned out great.
I need to scrub this. This is that canister that I bought, but it was really gross from the thrift store. And so I soaked it in some Dawn power wash. And now that whatever is on it is just coming right off. I always try that first, and then if it doesn't work, then I bust out a magic eraser.
Okay. Loving that. That came out. It's still Americana, right? But the wax is giving it some interest and some age and not just brand new shiny, which brand new shiny is okay. I don't want to discount that. I like some things to be very shiny when I get them new. But the stuff that really speaks to me is usually pretty old and crusty. Find it down in the dirt in the back of a shed.
If it's speaking to you and voices in your head, maybe that's something else we should discuss.
Well, you know, if you want. All right, where is the glass for this one?
I don't know.
I had it. I do not know where I set it. Oh, but did I take it way over there?
Lid.
This
is the canister Zeb passed because I had some little crackles in it. But I decided it would be good for this kind of a project. So Now, I've used almost this entire transfer.
Where did we put that?
But there is this bird and the floral. So I think I'm going to keep going with it. What are you looking for?
The glass for this.
Did you put it in a different frame?
No, it has like art and stuff, like the fake store art.
Does anybody know where's that put the glass?
I'm sure I just set it to the side somewhere. I didn't wander off with it. But I need it so that I can trim this to size.
Gotcha.
That's crazy.
Let's see if I can do this one up here instead of in my lap.
Oh, I set it right here behind the computer.
Well, that's why I couldn't see it. Always do the water test on metal containers before using them for fresh flowers. You mean making sure it doesn't leak? I like to save like plastic cups from the gas station, which if you're in Europe, you guys don't have those. But at our gas stations, they have giant soda machines with giant plastic cups, and you can even cut them down to size because then you can use them for liners inside of your planters, especially if you're using old stuff that has holes in it. Or if you just don't want to put water in whatever it is. All right, I think after this, I have to dark wax that frame, and then
I gotta
that
paint
box.
this
I
and
will do
stencil
the
the
tiered
box.
tray if you do the stencil.
The tiered tray, I
box.
think, is going to be pretty easy. I was just going to do Americana on it too.
Yeah, that'll be great on those tiers.
Just on the face of the tiers. I wasn't going to go inside.
Yep.
Just on the outside. I think it'll be fun.
You're welcome, Denise. She said that's a great tip. I've been putting fresh flowers in old things for a long time, long before I even started doing this. So, and I've been a soda drinker for a while, so I am no stranger to big plastic cups. And then where's the bird? I want to put the blue bird on the opposite side. The opposite side here. It says communion on it. This, I wonder if this is from like a religious, like, you know, the form, not forms, but certificates.
Oh, maybe.
Because they have some beautiful art on old certificates. Our friend is Catholic, and they had a bunch of baptism and confirmation certificates, like in their pile of family history, and it was gorgeous, all the details. Bird on one side, flower on the other, so they can choose which one they want. Let's clear wax it.
All right, guys, don't discount how much a little bit of art can change a room. We've been adding art all over our house where the walls are very white and shiplapped, and it really just warms up a room. Can they see that, or is it all glare?
Nope, it's perfect.
All right.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, I was gonna do one little like moth or butterfly on this lid.
Okay, stencil in a box. I don't know if we're gonna get around to using this paper today, but we'll use it maybe tomorrow and Waste Not Wednesday because we got more stuff to paint. We already used the version of this one. This is like the prototype, but I had it and it looks okay. It's just a little brighter than I wanted it to be. Sometimes you got to print something out 3-4 times just because it looks different on your screen than it does when you're printing it. And then these labels, this is the first time we've done anything like this on the labels. I enjoyed putting these together and designing them. So probably watch for more various different things with labels.
Very good ephemera.
Well, I also left them with a white background so that they'd be easy to cut out, and then you could use these. You could just decoupage them onto like old metal tin or whatever.
Well, I wanted to like save a bunch of tin cans and paint them and do something fun with them. All right, so on the knob, I just did a little butterfly. So now this crock has a little butterfly and it has a rose on this side, bird on this side. And yeah, it had a little crack in it, but guess what? It's beautiful and still usable. I feel like people are always worried about imperfections, but yet here it is looking fabulous.
Man, that is a big stencil. This is the new subscription for this.
People are getting a good deal.
This is the March. I don't know.
I got a little crazy with the design and my manufacturer didn't tell me no. So.
Well, of course she's not going to tell you no. She's just going to be like, all right, if you want, you're paying for it.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know how well you can see this, but it's got a bird. Looks like, what are these? What kind is peonies?
That's a hydrangea.
Hydrangea.
So
there's an egg, a butterfly.
I thought it would look great if you kind of layered it stuff to try to make it look like ephemera. But you can use it however. It's going to be a really versatile stencil. So definitely sign up for it if you haven't.
We're just going to start going with this one because
I feel like you can't go wrong. You got a lot of elements that.
Well, it's not a huge flat space, so I'm going to be able to fill it up. Whoops, did I just fall?
Yeah, I knocked it. I'm going to move you over just a little bit.
Okay, I'm just getting some weathered wood. I think that's going to look the best on there. I might do some color. We'll see. What happened to our big thing of weathered wood? Oh, there it is.
This brush is getting a haircut. These little bristles are driving me nuts. This is not this brush's first haircut.
It's old.
Don't worry, I've also been known to cut my hair when it bothers me, so.
Okay.
It's like getting where I don't want those bristles to be.
All right. Am I even on camera here? Yeah, we're good. Got a lot of things going on at this point in the live stream.
We are rounding that corner, man. Like we're getting there. And then we can have a nice little lunch break and finish Thursday's video. And we already did Saturday. So we're so close to my goal of being done with filming and most work after Waste Not Wednesday. We have to get up super early on Thursday. And so I just wanted Wednesday afternoon. I wanted to be able to like go to the grocery store, pick up some chicken feed, make sure the shop has everything that they need for while we're gone. We're really only going to be on 2 work days, Thursday, Friday, but we also work Saturday.
Yeah, we haven't not worked a Saturday when we're home in a long time.
And then also to get packed and just make sure we have everything we're going to need. Make sure we got snacks and stuff. Because everything, once you get anywhere near Disneyland, is roughly $4 million. Like, I actually would consider paying to bring a box of snacks with us on the plane, like pay the
or we just,
$50.
We're going to have a rental car. We can just go hit up like a Costco.
Well, there is a Target. We're going to be nowhere near Costco. Target's the best you're going to get.
There's no Costco's near Anaheim?
I mean, there is, but if you hit traffic, who wants to spend that much time? We want, like, the whole idea is we want to be at Disneyland. And we're staying in a resort, not an Airbnb, and so I don't know that we have a fridge. Although I actually, you know what I could do? This is why I want time to think. Our friend Lily is coming with her son, and we bought like a big double room to share with them. I could have an order, grocery pickup or whatever that she picks up for me.
Oh, you could do that.
And then just brings it. That would be really smart. I might do that. I need to double check what kind of accommodations we have in our room.
If there's a mini fridge, we can have milk.
Yeah, we'll just dump everything out of the mini fridge in a box so we don't have to pay for it. This is going to be like the world's quickest little makeover. I'm going to heat gun it, second coat it. Oh, I was going to paint the top, but I don't think I am. This just needed a little something extra. It was kind of boring. It's Taco Tuesday, Susie says.
Oh, it's a good reminder.
Like it's taco every day, but it's definitely an excuse.
We should just go to Paco's Tacos. You had that burrito the other day, and I
What time
wanted
is it?
some.
Oh, it's 2:30.
Wow.
So we have an hour before Jack gets home. You know where we have not been in roughly 4 billion years is La
LaFontaine?
Costa or La Fontaine. Yeah,
Ooh, La Costa is
La
also
Costa's too
good.
far. We don't have time for that.
I gotta maybe go get a printer. I'm gonna mess with ours for like 10 more minutes because I
okay.
was running a clean cycle before we started to see what it does. I can also just get a new print head for it, but that's like $400
We also
for
don't have
just
time
that.
to wait for that. Yeah, no, these stencils are really good. And you can sign up for one time only too. So go to the website, look up subscriptions, and you can do one time only. It is less expensive to do the recurring, but don't stress.
It's the same with the papers. If you want to just get the labels and whatever this month, you can do that.
If you are still waiting on last month's stencil because your payment comes out towards the end of the billing cycle, my manufacturer had power out and they were also super slam busy. They shipped them today. So we will have them hopefully by Friday and get all of last month and anybody that ordered from this month out. I ordered 130 of this month, so we'll be able to get ahead on that. But I apologize for that. The software that we use for our subscription doesn't tell us how many people still have to be billed. So I order 130, and then if we have a really popular month, then I'll order another how many ever we need. And this last month was really, really popular. And so I have like 30 more stencils coming that'll be here Friday. Sarah, is this your tiered tray?
That means that's also her black enamel back there.
No, Sarah said the crock is going to look great in her kitchen. I don't know if this is her tiered tray.
Oh.
The order form is somewhere here. I'm glad that crock's going to look good in your kitchen. It makes me happy. And you could totally still use the inside to store food in. It even has that plastic seal. Just make sure that when you clean it, that you're cleaning just the inside and only dry dusting the outside. You can't like scrub the outside or whatever.
We're getting a little...
You're getting a little artsy-fartsy over here with all those
I
colors.
usually just do one color stencil, but this one's so fun.
Well, if somebody really wanted to, you could definitely just do everything in black and then come in with a brush and use it like Debbie does with training wheels, you know, like come in and do the art. This is a good one. And I had to go back and forth with this one for a while because I wanted to get all the scale correctly. Yes, this 3-tier tray was just galvanized metal, and I'm just painting the outside rim. I did get a little bit of paint where I don't want it, but I'll just lightly sand that off. And I'm using cottage color, so it will stick to the metal. If it was super shiny, I would have primed it with Salvation Solution, but this was pretty good. All right, now I'll just second coat it, and we'll be done. And I may come and like lightly distress the high spots to give the paint a little age, but.
Okay, I'm coming back over the top of this hydrangea. That's what you said it was, right?
That's a hydrangea. See, they're right over there on the table.
Over the DIY with some plaster, because that was a little brighter than I wanted it to be.
Homekeeper says, love the color and I love the stencil you put on that box. Thank you. And if you love stenciling, we have hundreds of stencils that we have designed that get cut and manufactured here in the good old US of A on our website. If you can think it, we probably have the stencil. We have been creating stencils for many years now. And so we've acquired, oh, that is not what I wanted. We sand in a lot of stuff.
All right, that kind of blended with the red and we got kind of a pinkish color on some of it. Let's see, what else do we have on here?
Okay, this is all finished. Once it's all the way dry, I will take sandpaper and lightly go over anywhere that I didn't want it, that it got on, and then maybe possibly along the edges, but I don't know. Take your rain gear in California. I actually ordered really like reusable rain, like ponchos. And then I will bring my England raincoat that's jewels. It's like awesome. And then if I have room, I'll bring rain boots, or I'll bring like my sorrel boots. Yeah, so we may need more luggage than I paid for. But yeah, it's supposed to only rain Thursday, I'm hoping. Did you have a bag for this?
Somewhere.
So I'll just use this bag. The reason why we baggy up our brushes is because the cottage color, you don't want it to dry out because it has a sealer. So
when this is dry, I'm going to distress all of it. It won't be so stark on this white.
Dark
I think
wax.
over here, we're just going to do the nest and ground it.
I think after I dark wax this, I can start cleaning up and we can show everybody all the projects we did these last few hours.
Okay. So if you only have one stencil brush, I've got a bunch out changing through colors. All you got to do is wash it and make sure you get it dried off good before you go to the next color.
So everywhere there's gold, I'm coming through with dark wax, and then I'll wipe it back. And if it gets on the cream part, that's okay too, because the cream part has sealer, so it's fine. But I want it mostly.
Boy, I'm gonna have to go get that little tiny 3/8 brush.
It's gonna get a little bit on this part apparently because it's splattered.
There it is. All right, I'm going pretty detailed, more than I normally do, but I'm having fun, so bear with me.
That is done. This is just how I wanted it, with a little bit of the cream coming through, the gold, the just a hint of dark wax. That's a little more than I want in that corner. There we go. The wax, once it dries, will be not as wipeable, but right now I can maneuver it. Is that the word? Whatever. You know what I mean.
Okay, I need some Americana.
I have like a whole stack of transfer garbage here. I try to pile up my transfer garbage because it can get a little excessive. Are you going to use dark wax at all? Or you're done?
I think that might be good.
Okay.
I'm going to distress this, but I don't think I'm going to need dark wax.
I'm just cleaning this up so that way you can come bring all of our finished projects here. We did a lot. A lot of these were fairly simple, straightforward DIYs. Sorry. I'll try not to shift that while you're stenciling. That would not be good. I think the winner today that probably nobody was expecting is this boot crate. Because like it's not something you see on the regular. Thanks, Caitlin. She's back. Or I said I wouldn't flip that, and I did.
If I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to need more 3/8 brushes.
I feel like we have a few, but oh, I didn't show you guys. I am going to have to heat gun these because they're a little lumpy on top, but
Ones with some fun colors on that.
Oh,
The next one
that's
I'm just going to do
cute.
all together.
so I filled up my containers. This one has like a weird color under the glaze. I thought I could take it off, but it's like under the glaze. But I filled up these thrifted containers with hard dish soap. This one already sold. I'll just take like a, what's this called? A lighter. Clearly I don't use one very often. And I will light the top and melt these down.
Oh, you need my torch.
Yeah, the torch. Well, I don't want to like.
You asked for a lighter, so I brought you a lighter.
Well, I think that would work. And then these are actually coming up on Saturday's thrift haul. I went ahead and got them all finished. Put the hard dish soap in there. So I did that project off camera before we even got started. This does look like cement, Zip.
Yeah, we got close.
You're done good. All right, sorry, I'm not trying to block your project there. All right. Is this your last side?
No, I have more sides, but it's probably the last side I'm going to show them because I've showed them most of the elements.
All right. Zeb's going to pan everything.
And I was going to distress this too, so maybe I'll do that really quick on the one side.
Could you put the soap in milk glass or any? You can really put it in anything that's watertight that you could put warm soap in, I feel like. I just mostly use Crocs and like ramekins. All right. Oh, I like that up the side. So Zeb's using the greenery that comes off the nest to kind of finish out the design. Perfect.
Okay.
I think we still have a couple more projects to paint. We got to double check all of our things, but I think we got most of the things finished.
I got one side to do. Real quick, let me distress this. It's looking a little stark to me. What happened to all the paper? Did you put it away? Here we go.
I'll just be here hanging out.
You're doing so good holding that, Vanna.
Like Vanna White. I love that we're always in the same place. I'm like, just call me Vanna.
Okay, now I like it better. All right.
Want to pan everything?
Might have just got some sanding dust on your stuff.
Might have.
Okay, really great, fun projects. Most of them were pretty simple and easy. Even the dry brushing of the planter.
I'll show this one because it's kind of hiding in there. And then don't forget, we did 2 sides on this crock today.
Oh, fun. I didn't know you did.
Yeah, I did 2 sides. And then
it's got a little butterfly on the knob.
Yeah.
Oh, kids are showing up from school. It's time to go. They're
I
going to
also
want
really
snacks.
love this. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this woman, and I like that transfer.
No, that turned out cool. And that gold.
Yeah, just added a little something extra. And then we've got our Christmas art here that sold. And then I'm going to be looking for lots of little ceramic containers because that one's really fun. Okay, jbrayvintage.com is where you can pick up all the paint products and our other thrift flips. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY
and thrifting. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye, you guys.